What's going on? So the Minnesota Timberwolves came back from 20 down, beat the Denver Nuggets, going to go play Dallas. What do I think? I'm not shocked or surprised. In one way. Now, Kendrick Perkins is going to look like Kendrick Stradamus. He called it. He got laughed at. There was something about the Timberwolves that they took the best shots at Denver, but Denver had to play and wake up. I think Denver was kind of going through the motions, and Jokic played great. I'm going to do a separate video about Jokic and stuff. However, that team was not consistent. Him and Murray were up, but they never had legit scoring. Aaron Gordon would have a game. Portis, I believe, was hurt this series. But KCP and them guys, between the defense, they just didn't show up. So it got me wondering, why they were so inconsistent. And to be world champs, you're going to get team's best shot. Now, this does have the makings of a rivalry to probably come. Maybe. We'll see. But you got to have a certain cast to beat Denver, and you got to be able to put bodies. You got to have talent. You got to have depth. Difference in this was one team had team effort, the other didn't. That's what it came down to. Those 3 games in Denver, if you notice, 3 of those games, they just outwanted it more. They outwore them out, and they had team effort. And the other factor is that Denver didn't play cohesively as a team. They played star players are 2 against your big, or, that's what I noticed in the Lakers series. It's just that the Lakers is old and they don't have the depth. That's what that was. It wasn't for nothing else. I mean, Jokic can't really be stopped. Jamal Murray has his moments, but everybody else is streaky. Even Michael Porter Jr., streaky. Aaron Gordon, streaky. KCP didn't show up. And they missed Bruce Brown more than they admitted, and Jeff Green. They were short, and it showed. They needed more horses. So Donovan Mitchell or something like that, they might have to consider getting a real third option, because they got caught being flat-footed on offense, and they stopped going. And defensively, Minnesota just made adjustments. I mean, when Rudy Gobert is doing a dream shake, a Hakeem Olajuwon shake, bake, and pop on you, you know you're going to lose. That was game over right there. Anthony Edwards didn't have a great statistical game, but his impact and imprint was all over this series. Make no mistake about it. He is coming. Michael Conley was a veteran, very crafty, thrifty, corner shots, setting everybody up. Cat came up big, Jokic got nothing to hold his head down about, but when you get smashed by 45 on the road and you get held under 100 points, one thing that's not being talked about is the Minnesota. That's why I make note of that Pistons team from '04, that defense that these two, because thinking about the Wallace boys, you don't assume Cat and you don't look at Rudy Gobert like that, and that's an insult to Sheet. But there is a truth that the way they play defense at times, that's the last thing that I remember of a team that could be stagnant and could hold you in check. So they belong. And make no mistake about it, they were the better team. So, and I think that when this day and time of parity in the NBA, because you've had different winners every year, because once you got past the Golden State dynasty, it's been everybody. And I'm going to do a separate video about that too. But I just thought I want to give Minnesota their shout out. And Jaden McDaniel got off. Ant was right about that. McDaniels got off. Now, Reed was holding. They just wanted it more. They played 2 halves, not 1 half, and they didn't hold and tuck themselves. And 20-point leads don't mean the same. LeBron James said that right. But they didn't do it the Steph Curry Golden State way. They just slowly brought themselves back. And Denver kind of faded out. That's what happened. You don't put teams away, you play around, then you don't score no more, because they were up 58-38. So we do the math, right? They got outscored, what? 60 and 60-32. That was it. 28-point swing. Got to finish up, especially at home. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and share it if you like. I'm out. Peace.